CTV family. Catch us live on your TV screen.
Welcome back to Thursday's edition of Ekse Live, the biggest youth show in the motherland. Be bold enough to know your human rights. Be bold enough to call out anybody that violates it. And be bold enough to stand up for them and say, no, not on my name. Be bold enough when you see a victim, ungabi your bystander, be there and say, what you're doing is wrong. What are the human rights that you know of? And let us know via our social media handles using the hashtag #TalkThursday. Follow us on Twitter, Ekse_live, as well as on Instagram. The number is 021-448-0448. Still flying this plane. Your girl, TK, the Dynamite, Mona Lisa, Picture Perfect, as well as Ulama Moon. We've got a panel right here in studio to dissect what we're talking about today.
So we are joined by different people right now. So we're going to give you guys also another opportunity just to tell us who you are and what do you do, Ekam.
So firstly, my name is Sinovu Mkane. I'm a tutor at Ikamva Youth.
Okay.
I'm Setun Moyan, and I'm also a tutor at Ikamva Youth, Cook's friend.
Hi, I'm Tina. My name is Tina. Surname is Sam. I'm a student at Ikamva.
Okay. Tina Masi Kale Apagosisi. When it comes to with Ikamva, how do you feel? Do you feel like your human rights holistically are being protected whenever you go kuzo space nibakuzo?
Okay, and yeah, I feel like right cause
ziyaviolated okanye ziprotected?
protected and
As violate, ne? Okay.
Zesiphi human rights ozaziyo ngenhloko that uzazi mna ndukuthina as a citizen of South Africa ndine-rights ezinje noba ungazibala zibe mbini okanye zibe 5. What human rights are you sure about?
okay. Ndindim ndine-right uba ndifunde.
Sure.
Ndina ne-right uba ndibe nabazali. Ndibe like ndihlale phantsi kwendlu nathi like ndibe sesitratweni. And I have a right uba xa into yenzeka ndiyibona imbi ndiyithethe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ndimlungise noba umdala if irongo.
Yeah.
Must uba ndimlungise.
Patricia, Utina is alluding to the fact that une right of a decent housing. She has a right to have a roof over her head. Now, we more often than not in South Africa, you walk around Cape Town, there are people that are living under a bridge. What do they do then? Because if that's the case, if I've got a right of a decent home, meaning my rights are being violated, but who is violating my rights if I find myself homeless and I'm under a bridge?
Well, what they mean by you have a right to a home, first and foremost, it's that if you decide to buy a house or to have a home, no one should discriminate you from having one. However, also the state has the duty to ensure that each and every citizen have a roof under their head. So now, what happens is that in as much as you have that right, you have to be reasonable and realistic as to, does the government have the funds to ensure that you have those rights? So at the end of the day, there are procedures. So as long as the state is taking steps to ensure that everyone has that right being realized, then your right is not being infringed. It is only yet to be realized.
But then again, you find people that have over 20 years been waiting for decent housings. Nothing is coming up. And then you see informal settlements, people putting up ishaks anywhere they find. If they see land, they're putting up ishaks. Is that illegal? Because if we look at our constitution, South Africa has the most beautiful constitution on paper. It says you've got a right to a decent home. And then we don't get. And then so am I a criminal now when I put up my shack?
You have your house in the wrong space, but then that's why you find that you actually have to, someone else to actually apply to the court for you to be evicted. So the courts actually realize that you need this place, so they will not just evict you willy-nilly. Someone else to actually go and apply, because now we need to hear both sides of the story. You, as a person who doesn't have a decent home, and the other person who says, no, actually, this is supposed to be a football pitch. So both of you should be understood and procedures to ensure that every party involved in this situation is respected.
So there must be fairness, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what are some of the rights that you know, and how do you practice them?
So the basics rights I know is obviously shelter, education. What else could it be? All the basic human rights that an individual would expect from a person, right? Let me go back to the clip that we had before about the guy wearing the traditional attire,
Yeah.
trying to enter the building. So my question is, so about the attire thing. So they say we have freedom of access, right?
Yeah.
To anywhere we want, right? But on shops or what you call outlets, they usually say rights to admission. What do you call this? Rights to admission reserved, right? So ultimately, I saw the guy was being banned from entering the shop. How is that if we actually have human rights to enter, will be pleased and whatnot?
Okay, before Patricia answers that question, you also have a right not to swing the chair.
Oh, my
you
bad,
you can
sorry.
sit still. Yeah. I hope you got that question.
Yes, well, you have a right to go wherever you want. However, we need to understand that they are private places. Unfortunately, in this space, it's not a private place. You are actually allowed to go there in whatever outfit as long as it does not infringe. Because you cannot imagine someone coming to a high school wearing a swimming costume. There are kids there, it's inappropriate. But then in this case, I don't think what he was wearing was inappropriate. And he shouldn't be discriminated based on his religion, culture, or tradition.
Bukubin?
So can we say that guy's human rights are being violated, basically?
Definitely.
So how would you actually act upon that violation of human rights?
When someone infringes your rights, you can actually go to the police and report them. And the right procedures will be taken.
All right, thank you.
Awesome. So, when you said your right is to education, how do you practice that right? And what do you know is your responsibility to that right?
So
Yeah.
I am a master's student at CPT currently this year. So as we know, fees must fall has been an ongoing thing, an ongoing
Yeah.
thing, an ongoing
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, we promise free education per se, but what is free education at the end, right? So my question is, in the beginning, right, there were schools.
Yeah.
There were no children to go to schools because we didn't afford the opportunity. In this case, now we want to go to school. We don't have the opportunity to actually go to school because they're talking about funding. So my question is, we pay tax, right? Sin tax, VAT, whatever, tax is tax, right? So my question is it not an infringement of human rights for students not to go to school if they're willing to go to school and they have the means to go to school without the funding?
Oh, Patricia, you're on fire today.
Like I said before, we need to be reasonable in what we are asking when we want to realize our rights. So in this case, we cannot expect that everyone goes to school in a short space of time when we actually don't have the funds. However, the problem now is when you try and scrutinize the whole procedure of giving funds to students, you might find that the people who actually deserve the funds are not getting it. Hence, then it becomes a problem. However, at the end of the day, you actually have the right to be in school. Yeah, that's what I can say.
What are some of the rights that you wake up and enjoy every day?
I think right to clean society, because everyone needs clean society. But now it's not government responsibility to make sure that the streets are clean. It's everyone's responsibility. If you see a pipe, you can pick it up. Us people, you like depending on government mostly. That's what I can say. We like complaining at government. Where are some of the things we can do on our own? And also like to say there is freedom, there are rights.
Yeah,
There's no such a way that you can enjoy rights without freedom.
sure.
I was watching the other channel on Tuesday, Cutting Edge. There were guys from Eastern Cape, you know. I don't think those people there, they have freedom because they have to travel 40 kilometers to school. Is that right? No, it's not right. I think rights is such a something it's just like a book cover.
Yeah,
But inside,
it's just a beautiful piece
Beautiful-
of paper.
yes,
Ne?
right.
Good one,
Yes.
South Africans, you've got a right to do this and that and that. And once you try to practice law and order, then there's no place to practice it.
and those people are complaining it's been years that has happening since the democracy started.
You
Still
know,
there's
it's
no
a
change.
facade.
Yeah. Guys, we'll continue the conversation. Hey, it's getting heated up, so definitely do come back when we come back. But right now, head on over to our social media platforms. Everything that we've spoken about now, what is your take on it? Hashtag Talk Thursday. Facebook, we are Ekse Live. Twitter, Instagram, it is Ekse_Live. Give us a phone call, 021-448-0448. We are coming back and we are continuing this heated decision. The rest of the panel is joining us after the break. See you after this.
Sharp, sharp.
CTV family, catch us live on your TV screen.